Hey everybody, good evening.
Hello, hey everyone, good evening. I'm on my way to doing some late night laundry. Yeah, y'all, I had to go ahead and get that. I was, happy to be over there and talk with Bazaar today. So, y'all, I did want to come and talk to y'all about this subject when it comes to domestic violence, DV that leads to death. And it's very interesting because it's between two men. Now, I'm gonna say this: I really didn't watch a lot of Lips. Uh, yeah, I got videos. I'll say just videos. I do remember seeing him though. I remember seeing like maybe a video or a couple of videos of Lips. When he was doing his mukbangs, he seemed, like he was a sweet man. And I've seen men before that wear those like nails. I remember a guy and like he had passed some years ago. His name was Tommy. I don't know if y'all remember him, but he used to call himself the first lady over there on Facebook. Yeah, Tommy, and he was very funny too. I want to say Tommy. No, one time T.S. Madison had shared him out. I remember on Facebook, and he was like the first man like that I knew, like gay man that was wearing nails. Well, we're not wearing nails, was painting their nails because that's what Lips did. I saw, he would paint his nails and um, a particular color. Most of the time, I see him wearing green, like green nails. And hey, I think it was nice. But y'all, I gotta say that, and I probably will be watching more of his content just to kind of just get a glimpse of exactly how he was. Um, because this situation is just, I know a lot of people are shocked, apparently. But I gotta say, y'all, in living in a gay lifestyle, there's not too much that shocks me, especially if it's something crazy. And I know y'all probably are like, what do you mean by that? Like, because y'all, a lot of times when it comes to the gay lifestyle, we live, it's a lot of crazy stuff that we may see and we experience, like off the wall type stuff, especially when it comes to a relationship with a dude. Um, First off, I think a lot of times dudes don't know how to handle their emotions. So that's first. Um, two dudes sometimes they don't treat each other delicately. Not at all. It's like two dogs, and they kind of just attacking each other. That's why you see on a lot of these shows. I hope y'all can hear me right. I'm gonna look in a minute, y'all. Um, y'all know on a lot of these shows, security don't even like to break dudes up. Like we really gonna get into it tonight. Security don't like to break dudes up because they know what they're gonna get when they gotta do that. Yeah, two females, they love, they okay with breaking two females up. But no, two dudes, they usually be ready to kill each other. Especially if both men can fight. So I seen when it comes to like gay relationships, I'll never forget this. There are a lot of fights sometimes, like aggressive fights, and then comes the makeup sex. A lot of certain people love makeup sex and stuff like that, but sometimes that fighting that happens before that makeup sex is deadly. Like it really is. I mean, I'm not trying to, just trying to get with somebody. Oh, that had his makeup sex. And a lot of times in the gay relationships, it's a lot of fight, like physical fighting from what I've seen. Especially if, well, no, you know what? I ain't gonna say that. The relationship doesn't even have to be toxic these days. It doesn't have it doesn't have to be toxic. I've heard certain content creators up here, where I don't know if y'all like, what's his name? Jay Jay y'all know Jay Naja. Jay Naja. One time his boyfriend, I'm not saying nobody's violent, but one time his boyfriend had said something to him like, "Oh, I can get violent with you. If you do me like this, I can have violent with you real quick." And y'all see how skinny Jay is, and but the way it made it seem is he can just jump on them. And it's a stereotype that goes through a lot of gay relationships. I don't know if y'all see it, but it does. Where it's just, I don't know. It's just like they all just attack each other. Like it I've seen it, and then the emotional side can be very how can I put hyperactive. Like one time my cousin, he had a friend that was with this dude, and when I tell you, y'all, he was on the other line with this guy, and he was screaming so loud to the top of his lungs because this guy had got into an accident. They had just finished excuse me, they had just finished fighting, and I guess, he left, and I guess he had an attitude or something, and he had got into an accident, and this guy was on the phone, screaming so loud, and I'm just like, what the hell? This shit, like, it's toxic. It was toxic. That's what that was. But it's like, but him screaming like that, I guess that was him showing love for somebody that you just hit. You just fought this man. And that's why this situation with LlIPS, I'm not surprised. I wish, I wish that their relationship could have been something that was like, oh, a game changer. But no, I see too many gay relationships, and yeah, of course, heterosexual relationships, they be fighting too. But this this one right here, I don't know, the actual details. From what I heard, though, they said that LlIPS' husband killed him, or murdered. I don't need to say that word right. Murdered him, but it was supposedly something towards domestic violence. In these relationships, sometimes they start fighting each other, and it becomes sometimes they want to fight to get to the sex. That needs to go straight to the counselor. Like that mess, that makeup to beat up sex, don't need to have it. They be some people, they'll start beating each other up. Then after that, they'll you know get together in a sex episode. I'm not saying that's what LlIPS was doing, but how did it turn into a death? You got to think about that. So I don't think that this was their first time fighting each other. People are very different when it comes to being on camera or being behind closed doors. But for this to happen, like what was it that triggered this man to kill his lover? That's why I got that thumbnail up there, because I think a lot of times people don't really know their partners well enough in their hearts, because there's no reason for your lover to be dead. But I have heard this before. Jay Nalja, I'm telling you, that video I saw, he sounded like he could have severely hurt Jay. That boyfriend that he has. But I mean, he does seem like that he loves Jay. But they always seem like that they love each other. But this was crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see what y'all was saying. If anybody said, I sure hope y'all can hear me. Voodoo, hey Voodoo. Bobby, Gemini 75. Davina, hey boo. Mikey, what's going on, yo? Barn dog, what's up? Is that my baby Sincere? Sade. Sincere, hey boo. Self love yourself. Well, hi, baby. PDP. What's up, bro? Yeah. Ooh, PD, you said I heard. Oh, let me put that up. I heard of several. Look, sorry. I've heard of several violent lesbian relationships in my real world. Me too. Facts. Yes, PDP. The lesbians be fighting too. They sure do. Um, let me see. Sometimes and see all of it is that can be deadly because some of it can lead to like suicide. I got a friend of mine, her sister is going through that phase where she's being a lesbian, and she was trying to kill herself like because the girl didn't like certain things that her family was doing, trying, kind of telling her, "Oh, I don't think you need to be with this girl because y'all fighting too much." And she was threatening to kill herself and stuff like that. And they was like, "Oh my God, no, go ahead, just let her be with her. Just let her be with her." That's what they was, just saying. So they were just trying their best to keep the relationship afloat because she was so sensitive when it came to this girl that she really didn't seem like she needed to be involved with because they could tell that it was like toxic. But sometimes it's very tender in these relationships, and it gets real scary for that type of person to start getting beat on because they just don't, they don't want it to change. They don't want the supposed love that this person is supposed to have for them. They don't want it to go away, and all the family wants to do is keep them alive. Miss Fendi, hey boo. Oh, Mo Better, you said was he playing? Oh, playing about what? Mo Better. Oh, you mean which one was it? Is it my friend? I mean my cousin's boyfriend. I mean, I'm sorry, not my cousin's boyfriend, my cousin's friend's situation. Was that what he was playing? Sharika, hey boo. I know, dear. Yeah, it's very sad. I know a lot of people loved him. Bobby, hey babes. I'm sorry y'all if I'm catching y'all late. I just got to my phone. Oh, Jay's boo. No, you know what, Mo Better? He wasn't playing during that. I don't think so because you know how a guy plays. He made it seem like I wish I could show y'all that video. He was um like you could tell that he was like no like this. I'm serious. Like if you do this, I'll basically kill you. Like start hitting them real hard. Like it you could tell. You could tell. I wish y'all could kind of see it. And I was just looking like, oh, like that looked like that could lead to something. Yeah. Oh, I think Voodoo has said something to y'all. Did I miss what Voodoo's? Oh, that was Mobata. Oh no, there you go. Voodoo said, I don't participate in stuff like that. If I'm mad at you, we ain't fucking. Facts. Oh, look at Voodoo. This is what I need right there. Yes. That leads to too many things if y'all fighting. Now I can understand if it's just a mood swing. If you mad at them and then y'all do something, but if y'all just physically fought to the point where you done knocked somebody tooth out, you done broke somebody's hand or bit them, you don't need to be having sex with that person because guess what? What if y'all have real good sex and it's like sex that you never had before with that person, and then let's say y'all try to do it again without the fighting and it ain't there, y'all gonna want to fight like that again in order to get back to that good sex. And the next time, one of you may not be alive to get that feeling. This is what is happening out here, y'all. This is the truth. This type of stuff that is happening. These folks they fighting, bloodying each other, and then they having that sex. That it feels so good. No. What's more important? Some people gonna pick sex. That's a crazy thing than to pick their life. But no, your life is supposed to be more important. When your life ain't more important than that beat them down sex, that means that you don't need to be with nobody. You need to be with your damn self and learn what love is. Facts. Yeah, Mo Better, you said, whoa, I'm surprised. I love them. Yeah, boo, boo, I love them too. Like I do, I like Jay and I like his boyfriend. I want it all to be good, but I just saw that one time where, yeah, they maybe I know Jay is a comedian, and I hope that it was they were playing, but it looked like one of them gay relationship situations. Like that's what it looked like. But I mean, maybe Jay could have been, cocking a field with us, and like they could have like played it that way. Because I know Jay, being that he been with that man for that long, he know about this stuff too. When it comes to like gay relationships and how, um, you playing with some dude and this type of stuff happens. They had those pranks and all that stuff. Some of these, some of the gay relationships as well as the hetero relationships. They have prank videos and stuff like that. But for the most part, I will hope that that's all fake. That those prank videos are. But yeah, this situation though, I just I see the fighting, more often, when y'all remember when they say, oh, look, them two gays, they go together. Look at how they fighting each other. But now, you see it's done turned deadly. You said, and they go crazy. Yeah. You don't want two, especially, but two women fighting, but two men, y'all know. Don't nobody want to even break up two men fighting. Because the men, they could be about to break each other's jaw. They may not, it's people don't like to see two men fighting. And just imagine these two men fighting in the comfort of their home with nobody else around. This is what I think happened. I think that it was nobody else around and they just was fighting. I don't know, they just real mad at each other for something. Hey, Demon So Baby. And it done led to, I don't, I guess we'll find out if, somebody got choked or how we don't, I wonder if they're going to let us know just how he killed them. Because that's important. Yeah, Mo Better. It really is, and, um, you don't want it to happen to somebody that it's like, oh, they, he seems so sweet online. People are so much more put together online, and you just don't know, and then from certain things that I saw, of LlIPS, him even talking about, I think at a time talking about having a disability, it really makes you sad, to hear, um, somebody getting hurt from their supposed lover. Your lover is just supposed to be about protection, um they shouldn't be, hitting, beating on you till they kill you. But this is what's going on. Like it is crazy out here like this though. It really is crazy. And the scary thing about it is that when you do like get that love for somebody, it's hard to just give it up. I don't, that's when somebody really never held that heart up to their chest before. Some of the people that be like, girl or boy, if you don't just get over it, you can't just get over it. I don't know if y'all have ever felt that before, but I have. I know I felt that feeling of love, and I just had to kind of, like one situation I knew I had to get out of. because the guy was controlling, but I really liked him. I really did, y'all. And I think I would have stuck with it, but I got God involved. That was the thing that saved me. Because I liked him. I was like, ooh, he was just, but I could tell that it won't gonna go the right way. Cause he was just giving me like little hints. The way he was talking to me. It was he was just he was giving me that it's not even tough love. It's just like anger. He would give me anger at times. He never hit me, but he did he liked like that type of sex, like physical sex. So if you want to call, he used to want me to hit him. Um, but it just when I asked him something and he went like belligerent. He just like kicked me out. And I said, I'm not going back. I said, I know I like this dude, but I'm not gonna go back because something's not right here. He already sees that I'm not all that comfortable with this violent type sex type games that he likes. But that's what got him on. That's what like turned him on. So you want to do things to comfort your partner, but I'm like, you want me to hurt you, and then you want to hurt me in a way too. I'm like, oh no, I got to get out of this. And that time that when I got kicked out, I said, this gonna be the last time that you're gonna kick me out. Okay, I'm going to God with it. And when he hit me with that baby, like that kind of baby comeback, I hit him with, I have let go and let God. Yeah, my heart was hurting and my heart was just like, ooh, how am I going to get over this? Because I did like this dude. But no, I never went back. So I hope that's something strong that I did. I didn't go back and he did. He hit me up acting like nothing ever happened. And I never even contributed anything else to a conversation with that dude because I felt that it was going to be something um, that was going to lead to toxicity. Or if you can't do one thing to change for your partner, you you aren't any good. You aren't any good if you just ask them something briefly. I didn't even tell this man, you got to change this for me. No, I said, can you try to do this for me? You know what he told me? Get out. I said, huh? Leave. You ain't gonna get me to change. I said, okay, I'm gonna just do exactly what this man say. And I look back and he just shut the door. I said, what is this? So I just walked on. I just walked on away and I said, I got to know how to not come back in this situation. Because so many of us just go right on back. Because, something is good. You like them. I did. I think I liked him. I wanted. See, this is the crazy thing. I wanted the little bit of comfort that he was willing to give me. This man wasn't willing to give me comfort. He didn't like that type of stuff. He liked it rough and to the point of like physical torture. That's what he wanted. I'm not that type of person. But I wanted to. I liked him so much. Like, I liked him to the point where I wanted to give him that little bit that he would give me. Y'all, it was he didn't. He only gave me. Like, I could only hug him for a slim second. Then he would be ready to choke me. Choke. I'm like, what? He didn't even want any. What's it called? Affection. I should have known right there. This ain't for me. But I still did the right thing. What's up, Miss Darlings? Tori91. Hey, baby. Yeah, y'all, we just going over some of this stuff that done happened. And then I went on with my story. Mo Better, you said, I think it's important to follow your first mind. Intuition is everything. Yeah, boo. Yeah, and that's what I have been doing. I got to say, with a lot of the relationships that I've been in, I followed my intuition. Of course, I made quite a bit of mistakes, but that was some good intuition when I decided to um no longer continue with that relationship with that dude. You said, damn, that's messed up, but rejection is God's protection. Yes, it was hurtful because it was a rejection, a rejection to my feelings, a rejection to, me being comfortable. Like he didn't take any of that seriously. So, I just sucked it up and I said, this man isn't willing to what's the word, compromise with me or show me any compassion for my comfortability. So he's not worth me being, trying to conjure up a toxic relationship. No. If you kick somebody out once, you're gonna kick them out again. Yeah, I mean that's just it, that is what that's facts. But yeah, this it's just so sad what happened with LlIPS. It is because he seemed like a really nice man, and I want gay relationships to work. I do. I definitely do. I don't want them to be fighting. Yeah, I'm going to here now to this laundromat. I should have been with him. Yeah. So but it's just I'm gonna read more on it. I mean, I'm gonna look at some videos on it, but it's just oh my god, killed them. You kill your lover. I wonder how he's feeling right now. I know it got to be going through his head like, oh my god, what have I done? Because he's never going to be able to see him again. It's just kind of scary too because you think about like what LlIPS probably was going through. So I don't know, y'all. Let's see what time it's. Queen Pisces. Hey, baby, how are you? Y'all, I'm just in here at the laundromat. I'm happy that this laundromat stays open longer. Because y'all know some of these laundromats close early. All right. But yeah, I think we run into certain situations where you think you love somebody and that they'll treat you right, but that's not always the case. Look at that, perfectly imperfect. And Simon, you talked about my mother the other day too. You should apologize to me for that. That was wrong. Hypnotic touch. What's up, hypnotic? Good to see you, boo. Petey, you said never going to see the outside world again. Hopefully, yeah, Petey. Because oh my God, that's just mind-boggling for him to have done that. Green, hey baby, thank you. Yeah, yo, I'm so happy that he got this laundromat open tonight, though. Simon said, "If what he say, if you want." I know that's right. He said, "Simon, can I hold a few dollars?" Oh, Kareem, you said I remember when we first met Simon. Yeah, me too, dear. Over at he was over at my channel, then he was over at Miss Dovey's. I think that's how it went. Yeah. TG, hey boo. TG. TG, I am looking forward to your to your challenge. Boo. We're gonna have some fun with that. I'm about to pull out my Vigilante 8. Ooh. You ever heard of Vigilante 8? Yeah, I'm almost done putting in the stuff for the washer. Then I'll be right back. Oh, when you said, do you remember when Simon cried for an hour over at Dobie's house? No, I don't remember that. Kareem, really? I never seen him cry. I think he kind of like almost cried, but I never seen him actually cry. TG said, when was the trip? Oh, you mean the trip with Trish Boo? I got this new Downy toasted vanilla. It smells so good. All right. So I got 23 minutes on that wash. Oh, so TG, the trip was supposed to happen at let me just say, it was supposed to happen in November, I think. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like after I had stated I wasn't going, I kind of lost track of what she said the dates were. But I know it was sometime. I think it was November though. Yeah, because you know her. And I'll go ahead and say her cast members. I mean, because she got on her on a commercial. The cast members were supposed to be Brooke and Malik, that lady Peaches, ain't her name's the Sokahanis. I think Sokahanis was going right, or did she back out? And then who else? All the mystery people. The Aunt T guy, Aunt T. Aunt T always be over there yelling. He be yelling, y'all, but he seems so quiet. But when you go over there, you be saying he be yelling. You be thinking like, who is he? Who is these people he yelling at? Because he's very what's the word? Subliminal. Like he don't really call out names like that. I don't know. I guess some of them guys that be purging, that's what they do. And then that guy, the Mo3 King or whatever. Duke. Yeah, Duke posted had been going. And who else? Oh yeah, Demetra. I'm surprised she got Demetra. I thought Demetra was thinking about doing her own vacation, so I'm shocked she got Demetra. Demetra, I'm telling y'all, Demetra think it's a vacation. Demetra really, I think she thinks of it as a vacation. But I digress. But yeah, I think that's mainly her cast, right? Oh, and then ain't the girl Cream supposed to have been going? I think Cream was supposed to have been going. I'm just thinking about that, the pictures. I mean, hey, the little commercial that she had was cute. Oh yeah, and then Sparkles, Lady Sparkles was supposed to have been going. Just imagine Lady Sparkles meeting up with meeting up with all them people. Most of them people are, straight, and you got Lady Sparkles over there meeting up with those people like that. Y'all, I don't know. Yo, what's up, Queen Tosa? Queen Tosa. Hey, boo, good to see you. Oh, look at what is Simon saying? PD said, "What happened to you being the host of the YouTube Awards?" PD, when everything started to come together, all of that changed. When Trish decided to, the first time where it didn't happen. The YouTube Awards, didn't happen just in New York. All of that stuff changed, like the development, because it started to, everything was put together. So yeah, I think she ended up getting another host. Because I was still in the running to do the just the stuff that was in New York. Oh, what's up, Tracy? Oh, Tracy, you said, "Hey, Ro, are you fighting, bae?" No, boo. No, I ain't fighting. I'm not fighting today, Tracy. Yes, thank goodness. But you know what, dear? We were talking about the LlIPS. Tracy, did you ever look at LlIPS videos? We were talking about the whole domestic violence situation that ended in, somebody being murdered. Well, I ain't mean to just come out and say murdered. Yeah, it was sad, y'all. It's just, oh my God. I do. I'm not gonna say though that's not gonna deter me away though from being in a relationship, with somebody. I just, want it to be love though. I want the relationship to have love in it. And, if it's no love, if something is not right with the love, I want us to go try to get help. I feel like it ain't nothing wrong with going to get help in a relationship. If you really put a stamp and to say, hey, I want to make this relationship work. I like this person. So I don't want it just to end. try to get some help with it. But if you see the help ain't working, you need to split. Oh, Tracy said, was he the young gay guy that would cook for his man? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Tracy, I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about, shoot, what's his name? I know, yeah, I know you talking about them two, Jalen. Yeah, you talking about Jalen. No, you know what, Tracy? This is the guy. His name was LlIPS, and um he used to paint his nails different colors. Like I remember he used to have like a green. But yeah, he recently got killed. His husband killed him. Yeah, and that's another thing too, y'all. So they were married. If I'm not mistaken. Y'all, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was, yeah. No. Prazar said it was his husband. So yeah, that was his husband killed him. So that's even worse. This wasn't some just boyfriend relationship. This was a husband and husband. Oh yeah, Tracy. Yeah, you said, oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah, oh, I didn't know LlIPS. Oh, may he rest in peace. Yeah, boo. Yeah, see, Tracy, I seen a video or two with LlIPS, but I'm gonna watch a video with him though. And just see. Oh, excuse me. And just see what really what type of person he was. But it seemed like he was really nice. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Oh, TG said I watched him and it was sad. I wonder what happened. Yeah, boo. From what they said, it was oh my god, his husband murdered him maybe in a domestic violence dispute. It just seems to happen all so often. PD, you said domestic violence can happen in any situation, gay or straight, sadly. I had a girl slap me one time. Oh goodness. Um Also, PD, you mean you were you with not to be all up in your business, were you with the girl? Mm. Yeah, see, that stuff happens though. You can only slap a person so many times before they, if not fight back, they grab you and say, look, that's enough of that. I've heard people say that their mother slapped them, and then they said as they got older, they grabbed onto their mother and said, okay, that's enough of that. I'm just like, oh Lord. TG said he had surgery, so what kind of DV could he said could he do? He had surgery, so what kind of, okay, so TG, I gotta ask you this. I could have been reading something else, so I don't know. What was he in a wheelchair? Did you say he had surgery? I heard he had surgery though. Yeah. I seen him like 2 weeks ago, or am I wrong that he was like in the hospital? But what, I don't know if he was like in a wheelchair. I could have seen that somewhere else. Tracy, he said, Petey, stop it. What did you do? Hey, the Joy Queen. Hey, boo. Oh, the Joy Queen. Darling, I meant to speak to you earlier too, darling. Good to see you. Oh, Petey, you said, child, I would have to tell the whole story because if I just said how it ended, it would sound worse than it was. Or we were still getting to know each other. Or the still getting to know each other phase. Oh, see, Petey, she like to put hands on you. Sometimes you get those too, them relationships, they just, they just like to hit you. But no, two men, Two men hitting each other though. That's just, it can lead to like the wrong type of hit. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to come and talk to y'all a little bit about that. You said no, he had shoulder surgery both sides. Oh my God, really, TG? Well, I know that that's I can't say it. S- Why can't I say it, y'all? Shoulder. Yes, shoulder surgery on both sides. What happened that made him have to have shoulder? Y'all, I'm so sorry. My S's ain't coming on right tonight. Shoulder. What made him have to have shoulder surgery on both sides? It's just a lot. It's a lot that people go through. Hmm. But yeah, PD, I sure hope you got out of that phase. So y'all, yeah, I did want to just come in. I really wanted to talk about that, like what led up to this domestic violence situation. Yeah, it's just sad. Oh, oh yeah, I heard something about a heart attack. You say he had a heart attack. I don't know if that caused it. So did he have a heart attack from that food that he was eating? Was it from the food, like because I know the mukbangers a lot of times they just be eating a lot of stuff. So I wonder, was that the cause of it? It's sad. It's just sad, y'all. Because some I know, shoot, that's what some people like to do. They want to eat and be a mukbanger. And some of them be real. They be sweet. They really be nice. Um, but I know a lot of times that food these days is just so dangerous, especially when you eat a lot of it. PD said, "Oh yeah, that court shit ended that night." I know that's right, PD. See, PD, me and you both did that. We walked out that door and we said we won't going back. Uh huh. Shoot, I told myself, I was like, I've been kicked out of better places. He had a nice place, y'all. He did. He had a real nice place. But no, I walked up out of there and I said, nope, I'm good with what I got. I don't. You can be as cute as you could, because it'd be the cute ones too. He was cute, but nope, I am done with you. When they be tall, you like that when they be tall. When they look good in a suit, you be like, oh, he looks so good in a suit. But no, forget that. I'll pick the next one. Oh, see, Mo Better said, I thought it was a stroke. Somebody else had a stroke though, Mo Better. I can tell you that somebody else had a stroke, but I forgot who it was. Or either I heard that they had a stroke. Who was it? Dang, I had just looked that up too, because I was like, really, they had a stroke? But no, you know what? I heard that it was a heart attack too, though. Mo Better. I heard that it could have been a heart attack when I was doing a little bit of research on LlIPS. Dang, I tell y'all, it's something else. Look at PD. PD, you said if it had went on any longer, y'all would have been fighting. Shoot, I understand, PD. Don't nobody need to be putting no hands on you. TG said, "Oh my God, really?" TG said, "Mo Better, his husband had a stroke." Oh no! See, look, it's just, and then they fighting like that. Oh my God, what the hell? Oh, so somebody done had a stroke, and then somebody had a heart attack, and then they fighting, and then something done killed somebody. See, y'all, I tell you, it's just something else out here. You gotta watch people. You know, sometimes you just gotta watch them. Be like, oh no, babies, don't fight like that. Or no, we're gonna break them up. Like, they fighting too hard. That man was too nice for you to just be beating on him like that to death. I mean, to murdering him. What is going on? See, y'all. I know it's gonna be sad, but I'm gonna watch some of his videos. So I'm gonna watch some of them. You know. Oh, look at Petey. Petey, you said, well, we ended up having sex, and I left her sleeping butt naked and never called her again. See, look at that. It always leads to the sex, Petey. See, y'all, that's what that domestic disputes. A lot of times you can you can put slash domestic dispute slash make up sex. Some people be trying to get to the sex after the fighting, and then a lot of times it be good. But see, Petey did the right thing. Petey said, yeah, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna have sex with you, but I'm gonna leave your herbs butt naked and get the hell up out of there. And you ain't gonna see me no more. Right thing, Petey. Good job. Good job. Because no, it ain't no more sex like that in the world. I had shoot. You can just get a little what's the word? Spontaneous or something with your partner instead of looking for that makeup sex. So many people be saying they love makeup sex. I had my partner one time. Um, you know, just we just did a little scandalous type stuff right there. Right there in the privacy of our own. He just like kind of took me, and I was good with that. You can do that type of stuff, or just kind of, some of y'all in here just dance for your partner. I've done that before. I like dance for them to get them in that mood. Get them in the mood, do something fun, do something different. But sometimes, people just want, I need more, and then you just start fighting somebody. Some of that stuff, y'all, like, we really just kind of everywhere, y'all. So yeah, this one, let's talk about this. Hold on, what is it again? When you sit there and you play with your partner on the level of well, no, that may be a little bit too freaky, y'all. I'll think about it. You said Simon's on Trish. Yeah, he need to be over there, TG. I hope Trish is cussing him out. He said, Rose Simon on Trish right now. And she about to, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna be mad at Trish if she over there telling him how smart he is. She need to be fussing him out, TG. I want to have that conversation going. Because she said she was going to play that video of his that he made. I hope she's giving him the work. Oh yes, yeah. Yes, Trish. Serve, Trish. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Oh yeah, see, yes, TG. Oh, see, I'm happy, y'all. Y'all, we about to go over there and hear what she had to say. Petey said, "I told y'all it would sound bad." Well, no, Petey, I think you did the right thing. Shoot. Hey, you say y'all ended up having sex and you left her? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And never call her again. Hey, I think that's a plus, Petey. Good job. Shoot, I don't sound bad to me at all. I am very happy about this though, y'all. Thank you so much, TG, for letting me know. She sure needs to be going off on them. Is something wrong with them? I'm telling you, he ain't take none of that stuff serious. Simon don't take nothing serious. I don't see him taking something serious. He is wrong for that. But what was I about to tell y'all though? I forgot about it. But yeah, but yeah, y'all, for this domestic stuff though, I'd rather try to just love somebody. That's what I'm saying. Just love them. Just love them. And love, you got to realize, love don't got nothing to do with hate. And it sounds to me like LlIPS' husband, for you to murder somebody, you on that thin line. Murder somebody that you call your lover. You on the thin line between love and hate. And you done blacked out at something that they did, and you trying to hurt them. You shouldn't want to hurt anybody that you done said that you love. When that happens, you know something's wrong. And you need to check that real quick. You know? You said I actually ran into her at a club later and she apologized for slapping me. Oh, that was nice, Petey. I'm glad that she did apologize to you. Yeah, because she shouldn't be putting her hands on you. I'm glad that she apologized. I know that I hope that made you feel better. Because it's hard. Taking a hard slap, that ain't nothing fun. Yeah, it's nothing fun at all to be taking no hard slap. So y'all, I guess we're gonna go and see what everybody is. And, everybody. You see how everybody's been going live, y'all, lately. Just everybody just been going live. I think Fazar said Lady Soup was going live, and then we got Trish, and I hope but yeah, because Trish left Fazar's real pissed. Trish don't like to be looking like a fool, so yeah, I know she was about to get Simon that work. Because it's no valid excuses anymore. Like, we basically leaving her speechless. She's sick of answering, and it's like it's time to put Simon in the hot seat and roast him. Like, cause Trish was like, "Dang, y'all giving me this work. You need to give it to Simon." No, Trish, we giving you the work because we slightly disappointed in you, boo. Hell, we are. We disappointed in you. Because you can see that Simon ain't no damn crumpet. He ain't a crumpet. He just he one of them old British castles. That's what Simon is. He a old British washed up castle. He ain't he ain't nowhere where they serving crumpet. Oh, do you want your crumpet with a side of milk? Hansa? He ain't got none of that. He ain't got no James Madison wig. Heck no. He one of them sour one of them sour British, y'all know when it comes to the British. He said I saw her family get in a fight with each other at Thanksgiving. She grew up around domestic violence, so I understood it. Oh, okay, Petey. Yeah, see, that's something to grow up around. Mainly in my household, it was just a lot of well, I ain't gonna say it. It wasn't a lot of it, but at times It was just some arguments, but I never seen nobody lay hands on each other. You know. But hey, I know that does happen in certain spots, y'all. But y'all, I think my clothes should be in the works. I'm glad I was able to come and talk to y'all about this though, because it is important. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, y'all. You know what? I think my internet went out. YouTube cameras, what's up, boo? Yeah, YouTube cameras. I was just having a little convo on the whole oh sorry y'all for all that noise. I was just having a little convo on that whole domestic violence situation that, led to some very tragic events when it came to that content creator LlIPS. I found it to just be so sad because, he really did seem like a sweet man. Um, but you just gotta be careful. I want people to have spouses. I definitely want people to be in relationships. Um, it definitely warms my heart to see people, being together and being loved on. But this type of stuff just don't need to happen, especially from somebody. Can y'all just picture it? I'm so sorry to get like this is like really sentimental, but just picture your lover, you know, whatever they're doing to you, just hurting you. Those last moments with that lover taking you out of this world. That got to feel a certain type of way. Your heart is being broken as your lover is just like taking you out of here. So I wonder if they're gonna let the husband, if they're gonna let him tell his side of the story of why he did it. What happened. Like was he protecting was he protecting himself? Like was it self defense? We just won't. I guess we won't know until somebody maybe interviews the husband from the jail or something like that. I'm sure somebody is going to get the information, at least his side of the story. But Lip's side of the story is going to just be forever with him. So it's sad, y'all. Yeah, YouTube cameras. Yeah, Miss Piggy is absolutely. Would just be hurt. So I don't know about that situation, y'all. It's very um it's just unorthodox. And everybody's shocked. They just didn't think somebody could, do something like that, especially, when it's your husband. Um yeah, y'all. So but see, that's another thing too that I was saying earlier. It's very sad to me, but I'm not surprised because of the amount of domestic violence that goes on in same sex marriages as well, I'll say this, I see it more going on between um just certain relationships. For the most part, I feel like when men are married, it should be more mature because they actually took a step to get married. It takes a lot, but this type of stuff can still happen in a marriage too. So yeah, y'all, I don't know. Dang, it's just I wish it didn't happen. Petey, you said no real man would ever put his hands on a loved one. Facts. Yeah, Petey. See, I'm glad you said that. You're right. No real man would ever put his hands on a loved one. Yeah, that's correct. You know, um, I know some real men out there, that's for sure. Like a friend of mine, he has stated this. And that's why, some people on the app on this, YouTube that are, married and stuff, they really don't make too much sense to me. Because I know this one guy, he is married, and he said when it comes to his when it when it comes to him, he said you can do like whatever to him. He really don't care. But he said when it comes to his family, that's when things are gonna go left. He said, um, it don't matter. Like he said, he can take quite a bit, but he can't have you disrespecting his family. So his family comes first. But he said, when it comes to him, he said he don't take much of what you say to him seriously. Unless you are, just straight up like trying to harm him or something. But he said other than that, that stuff don't hit him. But when you start targeting his family, that's when you're gonna have a problem. So, and I totally understand that. I said, oh, okay, yeah. That's a real man. But y'all, I that's all I wanted though. To really talk about was that lips situation. Oh my god, I wish it never happened. Um, oh my goodness. Hopefully the story will unfold more. I'm gonna definitely try to start watching some lips videos, but it may make you emotional. But yeah, so y'all, I'm glad I was able to discuss this with you all, and I'll be talking to y'all soon. I may have to come do a little dance video, y'all, to get us back in the mood. I I gotta start practicing, y'all. If I'm going, maybe be in a challenge coming up, I want to really learn some new dance moves, y'all. I do. I watch a lot of the dancing tutorials, so I'm gonna try to have a new move for y'all. A new move. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all soon though. This has been a great convo. And I'm gonna just start getting these clothes together and getting ready for work in the morning. Y'all know how that is. Great conversation though, everyone. Please let me know what y'all think. And please hit the like button. Have a great night, everybody. If y'all can hear me through this thing. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. And I'll be talking with you soon. Peace.